many of you are here to heal from chronic conditions of all kinds, or anxiety, depression, to help move yourself out of troubling patterns and programs. But the real purpose behind that is so that you can get back to living, right? It's so that you can enjoy your life again and get all this other stuff out of your way so that you can be on to more richness of experience of life. These are to help you get to know yourself personally, because I obviously want you to be applying everything I teach you to your personal experience. But it's also to help you understand how to know yourself as a human being, to understand how we operate on this human level, because obviously we all have our own unique version of life story, and we all have our own unique experiences, and everything is so individualized. But ultimately, simultaneously to that, we are all on a healing journey. We're all on the path of life. And there are so many things similar that go on between us and amongst us. And the more we can understand those themes and those patterns and how that system of growth and development works for us as humans, the easier it is for us to then apply those understandings to ourselves and get deeper insights about ourselves through those understandings. So each of these lessons will have a mental and emotional focus, and they will also have a physical focus, because once again, I want to be always tying these two together with the mind and the body. I want you to understand and learn how to continue speaking through this mind-body language through this healing and learning process. And of course, there's going to be spiritual focus throughout. But I want to remind you that my understanding of spirituality is really self-defined. So I'm going to be offering all types of teachings and resources based on my education in psychology and spirituality and healing and all types of things. But I'm not speaking from any particular spiritual background, or spiritual denomination or something like that. I believe that our spirituality is whatever brings us home to ourselves. Wherever you feel most alive in your experience, wherever you feel like you are really in alignment with who you really are, that is what I believe spirituality means. And so ultimately, this entire course has a spiritual focus, even though I'm not necessarily going to be pointing at it directly in the way that many of us think of spirituality a lot of the time. But it's there. It's infused in every aspect of this work. So beyond the teachings, you'll also be having these experiential healing activities, which I will guide you through step by step. And these are here to help you learn how to heal yourself. These are specific tools and opportunities that you can work with that will help you practice, engage with, and continue building on your own system for self-healing. And, I'm going to be giving you quite a bit of these tools and activities that you can practice. And I want you to know that it's okay if you don't do every single one, on time as they come out to you. My purpose is to give you as much variety and depth as I can to this process so that you have a vast array of tools available to you. Because I'll tell you, you might have big resistance to something like, drawing your pain today, but a month from now, it might suddenly seem like the thing that you must do to help yourself. And I want you to have these things in your back pocket as you go forward, building and crafting and changing and evolving within your self-healing system. And then, of course, we're going to have, like I said, we'll have our community together and ongoing coaching support as well. So to be sharing your wins, sharing your experiences, all the stuff, good and bad and otherwise, throughout your process so that you can really support one another in that space. I think that's so important. And also, of course, so that I can answer your questions. You can put your questions in there and I will be in there with you. And, really just hoping that all of this will help keep you moving right along in your process. And I really want to stress how important it is to engage in the community throughout this journey, and push yourself outside of your comfort zone a little bit if you can, to make use of the community, because I really believe that's a huge part of what I give even to my individual clients. Most of us are not surrounded by people who understand this work, and it's hard enough to do this work because it is a journey that we must take for ourselves. But it's even harder when we're, stuck in environments where people don't believe in the work, or they don't understand what we're doing, or what have you. It's really tough when we don't have support for the work that we're doing. And so, obviously I am here to give that to you, to give you support and to back you up in your process. But I want to really strongly recommend that you step forward and do that, get that from your fellow community members and give that to your community members as well.